All right, let's get right into it. What if I told you that amazing, luscious, vibrant hair, the kind that you dream of, has almost nothing to do with that expensive shampoo in your shower? What if it had nothing to do with genetics or just getting older? What if I told you that the secret to incredible hair isn't found in a bottle, but in the energy generated inside every single one of your cells? Hi, I'm Dr. Ray. I'm a chiropractor with over 40 years of experience, and I've dedicated my life to one simple truth. The body's designed to heal. It is intelligent. It is powerful. And today, we're going to unlock the power that's inside your body to build the most amazing, healthy hair that you've ever had. So forget about everything that you've been told, because we're going to get right to the root cause. All right, let's go. But before we dive deeper, I just want to be clear. I am a health professional, but this is my personal opinion, and it is for educational and entertainment purposes only. So this is not medical advice. Always consult with your healthcare provider for any health concerns. But let's get right to it. The number one lie about hair health, and you see this everywhere, whether it's hair thinning, it's always, you hear it's your hormones, or hair falling out, it's stress. Or if your hair is dull and lifeless, it must be your genetics. And let me tell you, there's some genetic involvement, but there's epigenetics. You can change almost everything. So that's the good news. So we've been sold a story that our hair is fragile. Basically, it's destined to fail. That is an outright lie. The truth is, for most people, hair loss and really poor hair quality, they're not really a hair problem at all. They are a symptom of something that's a much deeper issue, because it's an energy crisis that's happening at the cellular level. This is what we call energetic alopecia. Think of it this way. Every cell in your scalp is a tiny rechargeable battery. And we call this, the charge in your battery is called redox potential. So when your battery is fully charged, your cells are vibrant, your nutrients are getting delivered, your hair follicles are in a state of abundance. I mean, they are growing. But when that battery is draining or it is drained, what happens is inflammation starts to build up, the circulation slows down, your hair follicles go into sort of a survival mode. In other words, they stop growing, they shrink, and they eventually go dormant. So the real question is this: what's draining your battery? For most of us, it's a full-on assault from our modern world. And what do I mean by that? I'm talking junk light. We're starved of natural sunlight. We're bombarded with artificial blue light from our screens, our computers, our TVs, our smartphones, the LED lights. I mean, it's crazy. You also have something called non-native EMFs. And that's that constant electromagnetic field from things like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. These are disrupting our cells' electrical communications. And then there's the inflammatory foods: sugar, industrialized seed oils, processed grains. All this creates a firestorm of inflammation. And then we can't forget, we are in the modern world, and there's chronic stress. Chronic stress puts your body into a constant state of fight or flight. So in that state, diverts energy away from hair growth. So do you see it now? See, your hair isn't just failing you. Your environment and your lifestyle are what's really failing your hair. But here's the good news. You can change all that. And it starts with 3 foundational pillars. And those 3 foundational pillars to supercharge your hair is real simple, but it's the non-negotiable groundwork. See, you can't skip these steps. So we have pillar number 1. That's the light protocol. And in this case, the sun is your best friend. And so you start with a non-negotiable morning ritual. Get outside within the first 30 to 45 minutes of sunrise, and no sunglasses. Let that early morning sun that's super rich in red light in infrared light. Let it hit your eyes and your skin. This is the signal that literally charges your cellular batteries for the entire day. But you want to also get that midday power up. What I mean by that is you get like 15 to 20 minutes of midday sun on your skin, on your scalp. That's going to help you produce vitamin D, which of course vitamin D is a critical hormone for stimulating new hair follicles. And you need to shut down that junk light. So after sunset, look to wear blue blocking sunglasses, particularly if you're looking at screens. There's the blue blockers for screens. You got to remember, blue light at night crushes your melatonin and prevents your cells from repairing and recharging. And so that's the first pillar. Now, the second pillar, pillar 2, that's the food pharmacy protocol. So you got to build your hair from the inside out. So step 1, let's eliminate the demolition crew. So for the next 3 to 6 months, go zero tolerance on refined sugars, industrial seed oils. What I mean by that, canola oil, soy oil, soybean oil, cotton oil. Eliminate the grains, eliminate the soy, eliminate processed foods. This isn't just a restriction. It's removing the toxins that are draining your battery. And then let's take a look at step 2. Let's bring in some of the super materials. What do we mean by that? That's the seafood and the shellfish. This is critical. Things like oysters and mussels for zinc and copper, wild sardines and mackerel for the right kind of omega-3s, the DHA. You want a high quality protein and fats like pasture-raised eggs, grass-fed red meats, bone broth. These are the literal building blocks for strong hair. And then there's iodine-rich foods. That's your seafood and your seaweed are crucial for your thyroid, which really sets your entire metabolic rate. If you have a thyroid issue, you're going to have issues with your hair. In fact, if you have a low thyroid, what you'll see is you'll have the outer 1/3 of your eyebrow will go like missing. Pillar 3, that's the lifestyle protocol. And when I talk about this is I say it's time to recharge and reconnect. And, we talk about, wirelessly connecting to the sun and plugging our body into the ground. So you want to get grounded. So kick off your shoes, put your bare feet on the earth, do that every day. So one of the things that does is it discharges this inflammatory static electricity from your body. It's one of the most powerful, and it's a free anti-inflammatory in the world. The other thing we want to do is you want to prioritize sleep. See, your body's peak repair, and really it's the window for your human growth hormone is really between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. So you want to make your room cold, dark, quiet. Some other things you can do, you can try to boost scalp circulation. You can spend like 5 minutes every day giving yourself a firm scalp massage to just try to increase that blood flow and the nutrient delivery to the roots of to the hair roots. Then you have the accelerators, and these are strategic nutritional supplements. All right, so once that foundation that we just talked about, once you put that in place, now you got to ask, well, do supplements fit in anywhere? And this is the exciting part. The right supplements can be an incredible accelerator. See, these are the tools that they sort of help your body do its job just better, do it faster. One of the things, I remember an old mentor of mine used to talk about it. He said, when everything's going right, when you have the right energy in the body, a thimbleful of nutrients can get you a truckload of results. But if it's not right, if you don't have that foundation right, a truckload of supplements is going to give you a thimbleful of results. So you build that strategic plan. You get the basics, and then you build on that. And then you have these accelerators. So we have our tier 1 accelerator. That's the foundation. That's sort of like your nutritional insurance policy. And that's a high quality food-based multivitamin. like our multi-most. I think it's phenomenal. This is your baseline nutrition. It ensures that you have the B vitamins for energy, vitamin C for collagen, the trace minerals that your body needs every single day. But the key is food-based for maximum absorption. You can also use a vitamin D3. You can add some K2. And vitamin D, it's really a hormone that activates dormant hair cells. It activates the dormant follicle. So in K2, that's a partner that ensures that calcium goes where it's supposed to go. Then you have DHA, preferably from algae, and that's going to help build healthy, flexible cell membranes for better nutrient delivery. It's going to reduce inflammation right at the scalp. Then we have our tier 2 accelerators, and these are game changers. And I say tier 2 because I've sort of broken them down into some categories, but this is a must, and that's hydrogen-rich water or hydromolecular. And I've talked about this before. This is a massive, massive win. It's a massive game changer because oxidative stress, which is cellular rust, cellular exhaust, molecular hydrogen is the most powerful and selective antioxidant that's known to man. So it turns that damaging oxidative stress, that cellular exhaust, into harmless water that protects your mitochondria. It calms the inflammatory fire that can cause hair shedding. So this is vital. Then you have fulvic acid. And fulvic acid, which is found in our Hydrovitalize, this is a bioenergetic supercharger. Think of it as the ultimate sort of like nutrient delivery truck. Okay, so it grabs onto minerals and it grabs vitamins and it just sort of carries them directly into your cells. And it makes everything that you eat more powerful. It also directly fuels your mitochondria. It helps to recharge that cellular energy. Then our tier 3 targeted support. This is the stress and inflammation 1-2 punch. And so the first targeted support would be adrenal support, like our AdrenaMost. And this is absolutely critical, especially for the modern women. Chronic stress is really an epidemic. And particularly with women, it can really just, the constant stress of the adrenal glands just pump out cortisol. The high cortisol forces your hair follicles from growing, that anagen phase of the hair, and it puts it into the resting or shedding phase, which is known as the telogen phase. So this is a condition when you start to put this into this telogen phase, it's called telogen effluvium, and it's basically just shedding, and it's one of the most common reasons for like a sudden diffuse hair thinning. And you'll see this when the body is really under stress. So adrenal support is an adaptogenic herb that helps the body adapt to stress. So it modulates your cortisol response. And when you're able to modulate that, you're going to prevent those damaging cortisone spikes that basically sacrifice your hair. So it tells your body, hey, it's okay, you're safe, you can allocate this energy back to growing healthy hair, and you're fine now. Now, the second of these is the follicle protector, and that's going to be tocotrienols and evening primrose oil, like our PrimMost Plus. And this is another game changer. Now that you've managed the internal stress signals, now you need to start to protect the hair follicle itself and start to address this localized inflammation and the localized oxidative damage. And the oxidative damage, the hydrogen-rich water, the hydrogen molecule is going to help that tremendously. But really, these tocotrienols and evening primrose oil can really play a huge role here. And this is why it's a powerhouse. Tocotrienols are a supercharged bioavailable form of vitamin E. And the science on this is absolutely stunning. Studies have shown that supplementing with tocotrienols can literally help you regrow hair. And we're talking about a significant percentage of people seeing, 10%, 35%, even 50% or more regrowth. In fact, one study even showed that 9% of the participants in the study saw their hair double in density. I mean, that's huge. So think of tocotrienols as a powerful antioxidant shield, sort of protecting these delicate hair follicles in the cellular exhaust that we talk about. So, adding evening primrose oil and the tocotrienols, this is huge. But the evening primrose oil provides GLA, which is a special fatty acid that's phenomenal for sort of calming inflammation. But it also supports healthy hormone balance. And that's one of the big things that evening primrose oil is sort of like known for. But those two factors are absolutely critical for a healthy hair growth cycle, and especially for women. So what we put together is just a phenomenal protocol to really just empower you. This is the secret. It's not fancy, it's not expensive, but it is powerful. It's about understanding that your body has an innate intelligence to heal, to regenerate, and to thrive. So the power to build the healthy, luscious hair that you always wanted, it's not in a bottle. It's in the rising sun. It's in the nutrient-dense food that you choose to eat. It's in the connection you make to the earth. And it's really in the strategic tools that you use to supercharge your system. So I want you to stop looking for that magic potion to put on your head, because the magic is already inside of you. You got to charge your battery, increase that redox potential, give your body the right building blocks, and watch your hair and your entire life totally transform. You have the power. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone that you love. Let's spread the message of natural health, vitality, and transformation. Remember, your body is intelligent. Support it. Don't suppress it. Boom! We are unleashing a health revolution. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment on this video.